Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm hoping you guys are all having a fantastic day. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, we will be talking about a potentially large storm system that could be bringing actually quite a bit of severe weather as we head into the weekend across the good portion of the upper Midwest and potentially then into the Northeast. So this thing obviously is a summertime storm, but it still has a pretty profound area of circulation with it. And with that, it also has several, ingredients that are going to be working together with it that allows for a pretty good severe weather threat. Probably the biggest one we've had in a while. Definitely not the biggest one of the year, but definitely one that's could catch a few people off guard, I guess. So let's start talking about this. So first off, I want to show you, Storm Prediction Center and what they think is going to happen. So today, this is what the forecast looks like for today. You can see numerous areas along this very stretched out cold front across the south. Here's more of the southeast, mid-Atlantic, and all the way up into the really portions of New England and southern Canada. And a few little spotty areas of marginal across northern Illinois, Indiana, and into portions of Nebraska and South Dakota. Friday, tomorrow's really more of a quiet day. Again, similar areas, though they added upper plains and portions of the Northeast. Again, anywhere in this green, you can see that's just a general thunderstorm chance, and then that marginal is more where those storms could be a bit stronger, higher risk for that. Now, Saturday is when things really kind of kick off, and that's, you can see right there, there's an enhanced area right around La Crosse, Wisconsin, centered across southeastern Minnesota, northeastern northeastern Iowa, and really actually a good portion of central and western Wisconsin. And the enhanced is a 3 out of 5. It's still several days away. They may issue a 4, right, which would be a moderate, which is a very significant threat at that point. And enhanced is already pretty much calling for numerous severe thunderstorms, so storms that are, powerful, thunderstorms that are powerful, not just your regular storm. And you can see many large areas, Madison, Rochester, Eau Claire, La Crosse, Wausau, in that enhanced, and then in the slightest, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Rockford, and again, this could still get expanded, especially that enhanced and maybe even that slight, could maybe reach into areas like Chicago. That would obviously increase the people impacted by a lot, as that is a massive city. So, and then after that, you can see Sunday there is no area predictability too low. I do assume that there will be probably at least an area of slight, though, as a system that brings that enhanced moves on towards the Northeast. So let's go through this. So this is tomorrow. You can see during the day, again, a few thunderstorm chances across Iowa, Nebraska, where they have those marginal. Again, they won't really be anything too impressive. Notice maybe some across North Dakota as well. As it shifts off through Indiana, Ohio, really the main threat is heavy rain, some small hail, and some maybe damaging winds. Though again, nothing to be really too concerned about. Now, this is where things blow up. So notice we have a pretty strong low pressure. We have a lot of southwesterly wind. So there's gonna be a lot of heat out ahead of this, and you can see that some of these temperatures are, going to be quite frankly very, very hot right there, right before those thunderstorms develop. And once they do, you can see an area of many areas cool off, as that's what usually thunderstorms do. They tap into the cold air aloft, especially the bigger and stronger they are, and they cool things off. So that would be nice. But notice this thing looks pretty vigorous. These storms will be rather explosive from anywhere from Minnesota, against central Wisconsin, northern Iowa, and that's where they probably will peak at late afternoon Saturday into early Sunday. Notice that these do kind of train across similar areas for a little bit, so there could be maybe a bit of a flooding threat. But notice that as we push this into Sunday, these things really progress quickly into southern Canada and the Northeast. And again, the Storm Prediction Center only shows forecast for the U.S., but I am pretty sure that, there's going to be pretty good severe weather risk for a good portion here of eastern Ontario and western Quebec on Sunday. So that's definitely something to watch for viewers that are in that area. The big cities, Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, you'll get some showers and storms, though again, nothing really I would think of a severe note. Maybe some across upstate New York, and you can see that thing spins off and skedaddles away pretty quickly. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the pattern quiets out. Notice into next week, Monday, we see another area of disturbance coming from the north and west. We have constant monsoons across the southwest, which will be bringing precipitation and moisture, and these storms kind of tap into that. And notice that this one also expands into a pretty sizable system with a large cold front, and that's definitely something we'll have to watch for into next weekend. Next week, I should say, mainly. So let's go more in depth on this, Saturday threats with some higher range model. That's the previous storm I was talking about. Again, that's providing a lot of the severe weather across the extended cold front today, or the extended area. You can see the south, southeast, mid-Atlantic, and into portions of New England. So again, tomorrow, nothing too extreme. There will be some storms. They will fire up. You can see across Iowa, Illinois, towards the afternoon hours. Right there, we have a few. The NAM really isn't too robust with them. There we go. We have some. It trends them further south, but there's our main system they're watching for Saturday, and then boom, you can see it really shoots out those storms late Saturday. Again, the NAM model kind of conservative with them up until a bit later on. You can see more towards Sunday at that point, and that blows through Michigan into a good portion of, again, Canada, and eventually into the Northeast. How extensive this cold front from this system will be, it remains to be seen, but you can see definitely on Sunday into early Monday, there could be some severe weather threats, and you can see that the NAM really does show more activity building back further towards the west, which just gives us a look that the severe weather will be kind of increasing in intensity next week, or just in general activity. Notice the south pretty much daily chances, right? Again, this is tomorrow's threat. You can see that the FV3, so this is now a different model that I'm trying to look at, and notice, right, we have some nasty little storms that pop up into Illinois, Indiana. Again, nothing too significant, but definitely something to watch for. That, again, is not the main threat that we're looking for. This thing is right here. You can see pretty nothing too intense up until, I guess, late afternoon, Saturday, when things start really exploding. And this model takes us only to 7 p.m., so it only shows us the beginning of that. The NAM 3KM, yeah, again, 60 hours out, so it only shows us the initial stages of this development. And some of those storms could bring quite a bit of large hail, damaging winds, and even some, maybe some isolated tornadoes. That's something to watch for. RGEM, this is a Canadian high-res version. Notice there's that kind of shower development. It's pretty robust with it already earlier on in the day. So that's something, I guess, a difference compared to the NAM that really held it off for a while. And notice that by midnight, that thing is well underway through Michigan, Wisconsin, maybe into Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and well into potentially now Toronto by the time we get into early Sunday morning. And it scrapes through some of the cities, the large metros, Montreal, Ottawa, and Quebec as well, with some showers and storms. But again, I do believe that the most severe kind of note will be probably near the circulation, so probably further just north of those large cities. But, for the folks living there, definitely something to watch for. And notice there could be some nasty storms across the Ohio Valley and into the western portions of New England or the Northeast. Precipitation, again, it's kind of a fool's game to try to predict where these storms will occur. Obviously, where they do, which will be the hot spot under that enhanced, there will be heavy rain amounts. Those storms will be very prolific rain producers, and notice this is the probabilistic forecast for just, I guess, the severe thunderstorms. They didn't divide it yet into, categories of tornado, wind, hail. They're most likely going to do that tomorrow. And again, don't be surprised if this is even enhanced to a potentially moderate, or upgraded to a moderate. So yeah, keep your eyes on the sky, and stay in touch with the local National Weather Service office, and that just basically means you go on this website, weather.gov, and you click on your local office. You can see they're already talking about that numerous severe thunderstorms Saturday. Some, if not many, becoming severe. The biggest threat is, again, large hail, damaging wind, heavy rain. The tornado threat's always there, but with this, it doesn't seem like it's the biggest of threat. But again, sometimes those can catch you off guard. And even on a regular day like today, right, there isn't any massive severe weather events going on. But you can see the south, there's a slight, and you can see that there's a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings. There's a flash flood warning for Birmingham. Some of these systems or thunderstorms are slow-moving, prolific rainmakers, and you can see that radar imagery right there. It is pretty profound right there, how that thing is kind of, I guess, really slowly moving up across the New England northeast coast. Quicker, more, I guess, progressive storms, but you can see that definitely still some of them are going to be severe, as they have that severe thunderstorm watch. And anywhere else across the southwest, those flood warnings, flood watches, those are definitely something that are going to probably be a thing that we have for the future, as the monsoons don't seem to slow down. Notice Oklahoma, Arkansas, also decent rain. They kind of need this. It's been very hot here. Just again, if a thunderstorm sits over one area for too long, that's obviously not good, prompting some of those flash flood warnings. And there are even some severe thunderstorm warnings across North Dakota, South Dakota. And I guess this is just a lesson for everyone that, I guess, is watching this, that, even though I guess you're just under general thunderstorm threat, that area where the storms are occurring right now, you can still see some severe thunderstorms, outside of that. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. and elsewhere across pretty much anywhere in the United States. There's some pretty nasty ones right now moving through just Lake Michigan and around my area. These storms kind of developed out of nowhere. You can see right there. I'm trying to see that severe thunderstorm warning right here. I'm assuming this one also has decently sized hail. Yeah, quarter sized hail. That's pretty big, and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So that is definitely something to be, on a watch for. Just these random storms that sometimes develop, not even where they're supposed to, if you will. All right, so that is pretty much that. I just wanted to go over that. I could show you the European model. They're pretty much all in agreement with that system on Saturday. Obviously, there are a few differences. Notice the European, it does produce quite a bit of rain and showers out of that across the Dakota, so a bit more, I guess, of a developed system before it really explodes late Saturday. And you can see right there several waves potentially, and you can see that moves through maybe Illinois, again Iowa. It's hard to tell exactly what the movements will be doing here, whether or not it will reach Detroit with a line of storms that's strong, or will it just get missed. That's just really hard to tell. But what we do know is that this area right here seems to be the epicenter for that. And I do notice it does develop a pretty nice long cold front, which could definitely bring some severe weather into Sunday. And just look at those monsoons right there. Those are definitely going to be going full charge, every day. We just have a large influence, or just a flux of moisture that comes there during the heat of the day. And notice the activity later on next week forms. There's a large cold front, several areas of concern to watch for. So that is that. Canadian, decent model I looking at in terms of storms. Let's see what it shows. Again, that's tomorrow's threat. Definitely a chance for some storms. But then look right there. That's the main one. Again, several chances, several waves. You can see this one shows quite some storms across Detroit, right? The other one didn't. So again, it's just something to keep in mind for that. There's going to be a chance for a decent thunderstorm threat here. Again, obviously, most confidence is right there where the Storm Prediction Center highlighted it. But on Sunday, it could definitely shift eastward. And pretty much, we're at this time of the year where any storm could kind of form and just come out of nowhere. I do remember that the perfect example of this was late or early August 2020. We had if you recall, it was the Cedar Rapids, or they called it the Iowa, the Midwest derecho, the August 2020 derecho. The day before the storm even erupted, I think we just had like a marginal, like in the evening hours. And then I remember by the time I woke up, this derecho formed from this cluster of storms. It was a moderate for a good portion. So these things sometimes just come out of nowhere. And it's just better to always take a look at the weather, the radar, and obviously keep your eyes to the sky. If you see a thunderstorm cloud coming at you, but it's not forecasted, chances are, what you're seeing is probably more accurate. So that is definitely that. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next episode. See ya. Bye.